Hello everyone, welcome to Hidden Gem Database. In this video, I will recommend 7 movies set in underground bunkers. Number 1. 10 Cloverfield Lane. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a 2016 psychological thriller directed by Don Trachtenberg and starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead, John Goodman, and John Gallagher Jr. After a car accident, Michelle wakes up in an underground bunker, chained to a wall. Howard, the bunker's owner, tells that the chemical attack has made the outside world uninhabitable and that they must stay in the bunker to survive. As Michelle tries to understand the situation, she discovers disturbing truths about Howard and another bunker inhabitant, Emmett. The movie explores the characters and the tension that arises from their confined environment. As a successful thriller movie, 10 Cloverfield Lane is the most popular movie in this list. The bunker in this movie is my favorite bunker between these 7 movies. By the way, all Cloverfield movies are slightly related to each other. To understand the plot better, you can watch the other Cloverfield movies. Number 2. The Divide. The Divide is a 2011 post-apocalyptic science fiction thriller directed by Javier Gens. The story follows a group of survivors who take shelter in the basement of an apartment building during a nuclear explosion devastates New York City. As they struggle to survive in the basement with limited resources, tensions rise and internal conflicts become more dangerous than external threats. The movie explores themes of human behavior under extreme stress and the breakdown of social order. It delves into the psychological effects of isolation and how far a human will go to survive. The movie has a tense and claustrophobic atmosphere that keeps the viewer on edge. Despite some logical errors and unanswered points in the plot, the movie is definitely worth watching for fans of post-apocalyptic stories. After watching the movie, I suggest go back to the beginning of the movie to see the physical changes the characters have undergone. The Divide has an IMDb rating of 5.7. I think this score is unfair. It definitely deserves a higher IMDb score. Number 3. Screamers. Screamers is a 1995 science fiction horror film directed by Christian Dugay, based on Philip K. Dick's short story Second Variety. The movie stars Peter Weller, Roy Dupuis, and Jennifer Rubin. Set in the year 2078 on the toxic wasteland planet Sirius 6b, the movie follows a group of survivors in a war between the New Economic Bloc and the Alliance of Miners. The conflict revolves around the Screamers, which are self-replicating AI-driven machines designed to kill enemy soldiers. After a while, Screamers got out of control. They took over the surface, and underground bunkers play a crucial role in the survival of the remaining humans. The bunkers also serve as strategic points for both factions, housing command centers and key personnel who commanded the conflict. The movie explores themes of paranoia, survival, and the blurred lines between humanity and artificial intelligence. I think this movie is another hidden gem in this list. Screamer has an IMDb rating of 6.3. I think this movie definitely deserves a higher IMDb score. It's definitely worth a watch for fans of Philip K. Dick's works and post-apocalyptic stories. Philip K. Dick's Second Variety story that the movie is based on is about the Cold War times and has messages for the real-world political situation. As a story from 1953, it has a really visionary plot. I recommend to listen to audiobook version of the story on YouTube. Number 4. Hidden. Hidden is a 2015 psychological thriller movie directed by Duffer Brothers. Duffer Brothers are the creators of the Stranger Things series. Set in an underground bunker, the movie follows a family of 3 as they take shelter after a mysterious outbreak that has left them isolated in the bunker. As they struggle to survive in their confined environment, they face the constant threat of the breeders, humanoid creatures that hunt them. The movie explores themes of survival, family dynamics, and isolation. It delves into the family's efforts to maintain sanity in the crisis situation. The bunker in the movie, with its poor lighting and claustrophobic atmosphere, supports the feeling of isolation. The movie has a slow burn pacing and a big twist at the end. Please don't read anything about this movie on the internet. If you like these scenes and the plot, just watch it. The movie is a hidden gem that rewards your patience. Hidden may not be perfect, but it's definitely worth a watch for fans of psychological thrillers and post-apocalyptic stories. Number 5. The Colony. The Colony is 2013 post-apocalyptic science fiction thriller directed by Jeff Renfro. The movie stars Lawrence Fishburne, Bill Paxton and Kevin Zegers. The movie is set in a future where climate change has triggered a new ice age, forcing humanity to live in underground colonies to survive. The story follows Colony 7, one of the last remaining outposts, as they struggle to maintain order and resources. When Colony 5 goes silent, a team from Colony 7 is sent to investigate, but they only to discover a terrifying threat that puts their own survival at risk. The movie effectively creates a bleak, claustrophobic atmosphere, emphasizing the desperation and isolation of the survivors. The icy, desolate landscapes and the underground bunkers makes the atmosphere more compelling. If you are a fan of post-apocalyptic survival stories and curious about the underground bunker atmosphere, it's worth watching. But don't expect to see a masterpiece. The Colony is more like a weekend movie for some chilling, especially on winter days. Sometimes you want to see a movie that doesn't tire your brain. The Colony fits for those times. Number 6. Obi-Oba, The End of Civilization. It is a 1985 Polish movie directed by Piotr Sulkin. Set in a fallout shelter 1 year after a devastating nuclear war. The movie delves deep into themes of survival, hope, and human condition. In this bleak world, nuclear war survivors have taken shelter in underground bunker, clinging to the myth of the Ark, a mythical airship they believe will rescue them. This fabricated hope is the only thing keeping them alive. Our main character, Soft, is aware that the Ark is just a myth. This myth was invented to maintain morale in the bunker. As the supposed arrival of the Ark approaches, the bunker is filled with anticipation and hope, causing many people to prepare for the day they believe will be their salvation. However, Soft discovers a terrifying truth. Their only protection from the deadly nuclear winter, the dome above them, is about to collapse. This film is not a typical popcorn flick, but even popcorn movie lovers will enjoy this movie because of the impressive bunker atmosphere. The bunker in this movie is the most crowded bunker in this list. We can say that a society is living in this bunker. Movie language is Polish. I suggest to watch this movie in original language. I think Polish sounds great. By the way, the name Obi-Oba was chosen by director Piotr Sulkin for some reason, and its meaning remains a mystery. Sulkin is also known for his 4 authentic sci-fi movies produced during the same era. You should check them as well. Number 7. Dead Man's Letters. This is a 1986 Soviet post-apocalyptic drama directed by Konstantin Lopushansky. The movie is set in the aftermath of a nuclear apocalypse where a group of people have to live in underground bunkers. They cannot go outside their dwellings without wearing protective clothing and gas masks. The survivors try to find hope in the post-apocalyptic world. The main character, Professor Larsen, is a Nobel Prize-winning physicist who lives in the basement of a museum with his sick wife and several other people who used to work there. He often writes letters to his missing son, although he has no way to reach him. Larsen believes that the war has ended and that there are more survivors outside the central bunker, but no one else believes his theories. Please don't watch this movie if you are in a bad emotional state. It has a very depressing atmosphere. This is not a popcorn movie at all. I think this is the hardest movie to watch in this list. The movie language is Russian, of course. By the way, a restored HD version of the movie was recently released. The director, Konstantin Lopushansky, worked with Andrei Tarkovsky on his projects before he became a director. Lopushansky has also made several other post-apocalyptic movies. By the way, one of the screenwriters of Dead Man's Letters is Boris Strugatsky. He is one of the most famous Soviet sci-fi authors, together with his brother Arkady Strugatsky. They wrote their novels together, and their most known novel is Roadside Picnic, which inspired Tarkovsky's Stalker movie. Dead Man's Letters is also inspired the famous Russian post-apocalyptic novel Metro 2033. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have another recommendation, please share in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.